Alright, Zach, I got your bus finished up. This is a 2007 BlueBird All-American Transit, obviously school bus, that you want to be done, or what have lighted. I don't know what scale this is, it doesn't say. The bus I normally do says 53rd scale, and as you can see, it's a little bit longer. So, I mean, it's kind of, I guess, maybe like a 1/50th. Scale, something of that nature. But it's a bank, which you knew that. So it may have not actually been a scale size of any sorts. It may have just been, hey, let's make a bus bank. So anyway, regardless, it's a good sized bus. Looking at, I guess that's what, maybe a foot long. My squeaky chair. A foot long. I was way off on that. You can tell I like to fish. It's 10 inches. So, anyway, 10 inches long. Pretty cool bus. This is the first one of these I've done. You're, obviously using a lot of emails back and forth, asking me about this bus and that bus, and like I said, I have never. This is the first one of these I've done. So, all the other ones have been that. I guess that's like a Thomas bus that I normally do. But anyway, got this one finished up. Now you did ask for true wig-wags on this, the reds and yellows instead of just the random flash like I normally build. Obviously, that's a money thing. Just be honest with you. If people want the, circuit board, have to charge more for it because it takes 2 boards to run these. So anyway, everything else is pretty much identical. Lighting setup. As you can see, I did the switches here on the bottom with the red and yellow for obvious reasons, and then your steady head and tail lights are here in the very rear. Now, what I did on the battery on this, since this is a bank, I fixed this to where this will open. Of course, I was going to say easily, and look, I'm having problems. Where this will open, and I made like a little battery box for you. So that battery will slide right in and out. Actually, if you flip it upside down, it'll dump out. You can grab it, and if you look here, you will see how I set this up. Of course, this body is all glued back on the way it was when I got it. But you can see, I don't know if you can see it very well in there or not, but there's like a little box that I glued to the bottom of the bus. So what that does is keep the battery from falling, moving back and forth in the bus, hard to get out to change, and that type of thing. So easier to change this way, and it holds it in there real well. So as you can see, just a normal 9-volt. People that have bought the other buses from me are probably going to be upset about that because the 9-volt won't fit in those buses, but this battery should last a long time in this. So anyway, you switch the battery out and just pull the core of the wire out a little bit, pop that back into place like so, and put your what would be the coin opening, put it back. Of course, I can't seem to do this for some reason. That's because I'm trying to video it while I'm doing it. That's exactly why I'm having problems. There we go. So that was the battery in place. Now, I want to take the battery out when I ship it. No reason to have that, any more weight inside that battery box, shipping it back and forth, or rattling back and forth, and maybe end up tearing that loose. I used a pretty good adhesive in there to hold that still. So, but still, no reason to take the chance. So let's go over the lighting. Hit this switch in the back, the very rear of the bus. They give you your steady headlights. Got those there. Flip it to the back. And steady tail lights. Turn those back off. Hit your yellow switch. I'm not going to hit it, but anyway. Turn it on. And as you can see, these definitely have a true flash pattern to them. A good steady wig-wag pattern. My camera's a little bit slow responding, makes it look like the LEDs fade in and out, but they do not. They're definitely just on-off. Alright, and then flip it to the rear, same deal. Good, steady, about a 1-second pattern, maybe. So, anyway, real steady pattern, nice straight flashes like the real school bus. Turn this back off and hit the red ones, and you get the same deal. Good steady on-off pattern on these. Go to the front. I'm trying my best not to get paint on anything. I'm waiting to see a red thumbprint or something here in a second from that paint because I just put that on the switches just a second ago. Same deal on the front. True wig-wag or alternating flash on those. Now, if you are so inclined, you can turn everything on at once. As you can see, there's your yellows and reds going at the same time. It doesn't affect the patterns. Everything still stays identical. Good steady patterns. And of course, you can also run your steady lights with either the red or the yellow. It doesn't affect any of that. Turn that off, kick the yellows on. So you got your steadies with yellow, tail light steady with yellow. And while we're back here, just to show you that it does work, let's go steady tail lights with red lights. Click. There we go. So everything does operate. You can run all the lights at once. You can run a few of the lights at once, however you want to do it. But anyway, just to give you an idea, everything does operate, separate switches and all. And like I said, the best part about this is it uses a 9-volt battery. Honestly, you could probably turn this thing on. It would probably run for, I say run, it'd probably flash and the lights would work for probably 5 hours straight. So like I said, that 9-volt battery is a lot longer. It lasts a lot longer than the little small battery that I have to use on my other buses. That's one of the biggest problems I have with them, was the batteries seem to drop off so quickly. So anyway, there you have it. I appreciate it. Everything's paid for. I'm going to try to get this mailed out tomorrow if I can, and I'm probably going to need your address. Just come to think about it, because I don't think I wrote it down like an idiot. So anyway, got it finished up. Looks great. First one I've ever done. Oh, I'm sorry. You did ask me. Let me turn these lights off. You can see it a little bit better. To try to do a 2000. That front bumper is awful thin, so I did the best I could with a white 2002 on the bumper that you had the picture drawn where you wanted it. So I did that, and then also your decals on the side. I failed to mention them with a bus number or maybe a year or whatever that is. Anyway, 2002 Boys and Girls Clubs of Rutherford County on both sides. Put it on the bus the best I could with what you had it written. Anyway, the number with like a pretty good space, and then a bus crash. And then the name of the Boys and Girls Club there. And then also Club Bus. Get it in the picture. There we go. Club Bus on the front and Club Bus on the rear. So anyway, got it all done. Let's kick some lights back on. Let's go steadies and reds. And like I said, again, I appreciate the order. Turned out really well. Like I said, very first one I've done, especially the first one I've done with my circuit boards too. So kind of was curious to see how it would turn out. So it looks great. Again, Zach, thanks a lot.